What to expect on your first ship as a new merchant mariner. Being a merchant mariner is a big change from what you're used to living like on land. You'll be traveling the world for your career, sleeping, eating, shitting on a ship in the middle of the ocean, 24 hours a day for your new job as a merchant mariner. There's not too many places to go, and you'll be living with the same 20-something people for months at a time. But it is a guaranteed adventure that you would not trade for the world. I made some of the greatest memories of my life as a merchant mariner. I've been on over to 15 different countries on my first year as a merchant mariner. If you're interested in becoming a merchant mariner, join my community, Sailors Connect, link in description. There you will meet mariners from around the world who will help guide you to your first ship, along with myself. Together we will figure out the perfect step-by-step route for you to take to start your journey as a merchant mariner and get you on your first ship. If that sounds interesting to you, join my community, link in description. So stepping on to your first ship, expect to be completely lost. No exaggeration. Your brain will be scattered. You will be completely overwhelmed by the new and exciting experience that you will see when you enter a ship. I remember the first time I ever went onto a ship, I had no idea what was going on. People were coming up to me asking me these questions. There were longshoremen running up and down the gangway. Cargo operations were going on. We were getting stores when I first go on, and I was like, this is insane. The SIU apprenticeship program did not mentally prepare me for the amount of overstimulated activities that were going on the first time I stepped on the ship. And it was massive. I had nowhere to go. I just felt completely physically and mentally lost on that ship. Overall, very overwhelming. Luckily, a mate will guide you. They will guide you to your room where you can put your stuff in, and then they will guide you to the captain's office where you can sign the articles for the ship, which is basically signing your soul over to the ship. It's saying you are now a crew member on this ship and you will abide to the ship's laws. You will stay on for this certain amount of time. When you leave, you will sign off on your articles, and that is breaking your contract for that specific ship. So the captain, knowing that you are new as an entry-level mariner, he's not going to put you right to work. He's going to let you settle in, get comfortable, kind of learn the house of the ship, know where your room is, know where the office is, know where the galley is. Just kind of getting comfortable your first couple hours there. This is a great time to introduce yourself to some crew members and learn the way people work. I personally recommend going straight into the galley and introducing yourself to the steward's department. If you become friendly with them, I guarantee you they will leave good food, good snacks aside for you if you request it. And you do not want to piss them off, because I guarantee they will be spitting in your food. So have a good relationship with them and start that off right away. The next day, you will muster up with one of the mates so they can get all your payment information if you haven't already did that before signing onto the ship. They will go over all the safety requirements and the safety paperwork you have to sign, all your tax information if you haven't did that before getting onto the ship. It's basically giving you an orientation about the ship. Ship 101. They're going to give you a tour. It's called vessel familiarization. They're going to give you a grand old tour about everything, where the laundry room is, where the stores go, where the galley is, where your room is, where the captain's lounge is, where everything is the crew lounge, where everything is, just so to settle you and make sure you're not completely lost, especially as a brand new mariner. Now, once you are settled in, the work begins. Now, as a new mariner, they don't expect too much of you. Lots of what brand new people, may it be OS or wiper or an SA, they do a lot of sanitary. That's just the reality of it, because they don't expect you to be knowing exactly what the operations of the ship entail. They don't want you as a deck guy mooring right away. They'll have you stand off, watch, and learn how the operations go before they get your hands on the lines. So at the beginning, it's going to be very basic tasks, and specifically a lot of sweeping and mopping. That's the reality of it, but I can't complain about it because you're getting paid an immense amount of money to fucking mop all day and clean handrails and follow the AB around. Very easy shit. Except for the most part, you'll be shadowing somebody. In the deck department, the OS will usually shadow a AB, or the bosun spend most of their day running around deck doing various tasks, whatever it may be. And in the engine department, you'll most likely tag along with an experienced oiler, experienced wiper. They will give you the tour of the engine room. They will introduce you to the engineers, the chief, kind of give you an idea because you can get lost in those engine rooms. It's like sometimes it's a fucking maze down there. So they want you to get very familiar, show you where the mop bucket is right away, show you where the head is, show you where the control room is, make sure you don't press any of the pretty red buttons down in there because you can turn off the engine. Who fucking knows? I'm not an engineer. I know nothing about the control room. But yeah, they're going to get you very familiar with all the ins and outs of the engine room. They're also going to show you the best places to take a nap. I remember the story of an oiler who would always have a full bed set up on the shelves in the boiler room that no one knew about but himself until he was caught, obviously, one day. He would be on the top shelf. You couldn't see it from the ground. And he would have almost a full mattress, blanket, and pillow set up there all the time. He would climb up the shelves and he would sleep anytime the chief wasn't around and spend his days getting paid to sleep. So I don't recommend doing that, but I know the engineers always have a little hole to hide in when they're on their spare time. For the steward's department as an SA, expect to go straight to work. I mean, the meals don't stop. You have 3 meals a day, so expect to help the cook and the steward to whatever needs to get done. You're probably doing a lot of cleaning dishes, mopping, sweeping, possibly serving people food, basic stuff that you, if you go into the steward's department, you are probably familiar with how food handling works and the proper ways to do it. So get straight to work and start making that money. Expect to be tired, and it's because there's a lot of adjusting that comes with it. I remember, and this happens to me actually the first week about every time I get back on a ship. You don't realize how much you walk on a ship. It's just weird to think because a ship is such a closed in area, you know, in the middle of the ocean. You're not going walking miles, but you're walking around the ship plenty. And expect your legs to be tired quite often. Expect to lose weight on the ship. Not unhealthy amounts, but expect to get in good shape just by walking. It's actually an amazing thing. I always gain a little bit of weight when I'm home because I get fucking lazy. And then when I get back on the ship, I shred it all off from all the constant walking I do and constant physical labor that I'm doing. So expect to be physically active and expect to be tired. Yeah, so expect these hard adjustments from normal life. Normal life on land. Your sleeping schedule could easily be fucked up depending if you are a watchstander or if you're a day man. That might be nice for you. In the galley, the steward's apartment, you have it nice because you usually work during the day and off at night no matter what. But if you're a watchstander, on tankers, lots of times the OSs will have to be watchstanders as well. And sometimes in the engine room, you might have a watchstander as a entry level wiper down there, standing watch with a engineer in the control room. So expect the possibility of your sleep schedule to be very screwed up. Expect the first couple days to adjusting to that, being very tired, just wanting to go to bed, and it's some of the best sleep that you can ever have. Being on a boat in the ocean, with the ocean rocking you nice and gently, and the nice hum of the engine. I don't know if you can hear this beautiful hum of the engine that I hear right now because I'm currently on a ship. Listening to the engine roar right now, it can put me to sleep as I'm talking. It's incredible. I love it. Some people fucking hate it. Some people put earplugs in their fucking ears because they can't stand the engine, but I love it. I love a constant white noise. So expect that, I guess. Expect the engine sounds and the sounds of the ocean and sounds of the weather. And honestly, depending on what kind of ship you run and the size of the house of the ship, expect to hear people outside your door walking through the hall and shutting their doors because people work at various hours constantly. People are working on a ship 24/7. The ship doesn't stop. So expect lots of sound and motion. And if you live in a very quiet town where you're not used to that type of thing, it might take some adjusting to get used to being just the constant commotion of the ship. But you also might get on a really big ship where you're going to be like, where the fuck is everybody all the time? You're trying to find people, you just can't find anybody. But yeah, getting used to working 12-hour days. I mean, expect these 12-hour days to be rough at first. I mean, if you've never worked a 12-hour day before in your life, when you first start, you're gonna feel like they're taking forever. You're gonna be like, oh my god, we're only 6 hours in and I have 6 hours left. It's gonna feel insane if you're not used to that. But now that I've been doing it, I haven't worked anything less than 12 hours in like 8 years. I don't even know what it's like anymore to work under 12 hours. So those days are flying. Once you get into the routine, expect those days to fly. And you're just racking in the money. You're just bringing in the cash. Every week, every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever your pay schedule is, the days start flying. And the money is only going to get spent on the bills that you want to get spent. You're not spending a dime on this shit. Expect to save fucking more money on here. Expect to save a lot more money. If that sounds interesting to you and you haven't started your journey as a merchant mariner, join my community Sailors Connect, where you can work with me directly and other mariners around the world to start your journey to get your foot on a ship. Sailors Connect, link in description. As time goes on, expect to be amazed by the beautiful ocean that you now work on. The beautiful world that now you get to travel and see all these amazing countries because your job is a mariner, is a seafarer, is a sailor. You get to travel the world, get paid to do it, and expect to be amazed by the fact that you are doing it and that you made it. And when you finally do make it, I hope to see you out there. So sail on.